Hey guys, so we know who the next Zenkai Awakened unit will be. It's not Super Vegito. It's not Ella Frieza. It is Purple TURLES. Okay, so Purple TURLES' Zenkai Awakening is coming. His special arts cost is lower, and he'll get damage up if he uses them up to 3 times when you unlock all of his uniques. He can draw more cards and get draw speed up 2. His Zenkai ability buffs purple, powerful opponent characters. Okay, now this is a character that I believe actually was only previously buffed with a balance update. I actually think this is one of the 2 characters that was buffed twice previously with a balance update. What's funny is I actually recorded a video today going through my free ticket summons for the anniversary, and I ended up pulling Purple TURLES. And I talked about the possibility of this guy getting a Zenkai. Because it's actually, when this guy got his second balance update, he was actually pretty fun to play with. His green cards, like you stack him, I think I did a video on this a long time ago. I stacked him with Whis, I think it was Whis, yeah, I think it was Whis and Captain Ginyu for the extra green card. It was either Captain Ginyu or Deborah. And basically you could just keep feeding him green cards. He was going to get infinite key recovery, he was going to get infinite health recovery. You got a lot of draw speed, stuff like that, so it was pretty fun to use, but he wasn't, you know, anything too special. I think him and Green Cooler were the ones that got 2 balance updates, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, let's go take a look at Purple TURLES here. Again, his stats aren't technically the worst ever. I mean, this is not terrible blast attack, just because of the fact that he was buffed technically already. But we can take a look at his kit here. 1 sentence for both unique abilities. Pretty good. So the main ability is the Joy of Destruction. Draw a special arts card next, so it's a green card. Minus 15 to own blast arts cost for up to 20 counts, and requirement is 5 counts must elapse. That is a very fast main ability. First unique ability is Anti-Sun Family Blast Attack up. 40% to blast damage inflicted against tag Sun Family. Well, would you look at that? So this guy's going to be good no matter how you look at it. Pretty powerful, it looks like, against green Super Saiyan 3 Goku. He's not going to, I mean, they're not going to remove this, right? This is going to become part of, I assume what they're going to do is they're probably just going to combine these into 1 unique ability. This one is just 30% reduced damage received from battle start for 35 timer counts. Honestly, they should just make this permanent. This doesn't need to have a timer count restriction on there. And then this probably doesn't need to be only blast damage. This could probably just be 40% of damage, right? It doesn't need to be specifically blast, even though he is a range type unit. And he does have higher blast attack. I mean, at this point in the game, we don't need to have specific buffs for certain types of damage against certain tags. It's just too specific. So, I mean, it's really difficult to say what they're going to do to him other than what we know from the tweet. Just because there's almost no information to go off of from what he's already doing. The special move is the Kill Driver, deals major impact damage, inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade, plus 15% damage received, so nothing really too crazy here. And then this is really where the core of this unit is coming from, the green card, the Fruit of the Tree of Might. So he restores his own health by 10%, and then he gets 20% damage inflicted for 20 counts. This is the baseline of the green card. This effect always occurs no matter what. And then he gets one of the 4 following effects randomly. So he either draws another green card, which could end up literally being an infinite loop of green cards, right? The green card literally can generate a green card. He gets 20% of blast damage, he gets 20% to key recovery, or he gets 50% to own Vanishing Gauge recovery for 10 timer counts. And I'm pretty sure, I think I remember this, I'm pretty sure these all can stack on top of each other. Like, it's not like you get, let's just say you get the key recovery. It's not like you get the key recovery buff and then you get another one that overwrites the key recovery buff that already exists. It's what happens is you get a key recovery buff, and then if you use another green card and you roll the same buff, it activates a separate instance of the buff. So you can have multiple stacks of the buff on you at one time, which is ridiculous when you talk about the key recovery. The key recovery, I mean, not the key recovery, the Vanishing Gauge recovery. This is where it gets absurd, right? You have 50% Vanishing Gauge recovery. You can have multiple instances of the Vanishing Gauge recovery on you at once, which means there are instances where you could have like almost instantaneous Vanish recovery. If you spam this green card, you get lucky with the buff roll. So I remember when I was using this character with two, like, there were two green cards in my deck because I was using Whis and Captain Ginyu. And, you know, you're generating green cards from your green cards, you're at the same time you're healing, you're getting damage, your vanishing recovery is basically instantaneous. I mean, it takes like half a second for it to recover. You have like almost infinite key recovery and you're doing a ton of damage. So this can get very out of hand very quickly, which, you know, you take a look at what this guy's doing. His unique abilities suck, his main ability is pretty bad, his stats aren't the best. This alone can spiral things out of control very quickly. So this is actually a character, even though he doesn't look too good here, I think they actually do need to be quite careful about how they balance the Zenkai, because this can actually spiral out of control very, very fast with this green card. His Z ability is pretty bad. It only buffs purple, strike attack, and defense, which is very weird considering he's a ranged unit. So just how they used to do things in the old days. They used to balance units, quote unquote, by having them buff like not the same stat that they're strong with, and then they hold like weird types of cards. I mean, this guy's not holding weird cards, it's just one of each, which is pretty standard. But yeah, I think this can get very, very out of control. I honestly would be very, very surprised if they even touched this green card at all with the Zenkai. If they were to touch this at all, the only thing I would maybe say that they would do is increase this from 20 to 25 counts, and that's it. That's honestly all they need to do. I would not touch this anymore. Honestly, if it was me, I wouldn't touch this at all. I would leave this the way it is. But we know for a fact that he's going to be able to get more damage when you use up to 3 green cards. But I imagine that will be part of one of his new unique abilities. It will not be a part of the green card effect. We also do know that he'll be buffing Purple Powerful Opponent, which is pretty interesting because there are actually a lot of pretty good Purple Powerful Opponent units, 2 of which are right here, this LF Rose and Purple Demon King Piccolo. Actually, Purple Demon King Piccolo even able to get buffed at all from a Zenkai? Let me make sure that I'm remembering that correctly. For some reason I don't think he does. He does get buffed at all. Yeah, there's no purple Zenkai unit on here that would actually buff him. So this is going to be the first time he will be able to be buffed from a Zenkai ability, which is cool. Rose obviously could have previously been buffed by the purple Vegeta, the Scouter Vegeta, and the purple Super Saiyan 3 Gokus. This is now the 3rd Zenkai ability he'll be able to get access to. This guy at high stars, like, people look down on this Rose. This guy at high star levels is actually a big threat. Like seriously. And the fact that you can have this Turles now buffing him, I mean, you could do a purple-blue Saiyan setup with this Turles, with this Goku Black, and then some kind of blue unit as well. Like, that could be a legitimate team that you know, try. I'll definitely try that out. We'll see how that works. But I'm interested in this, seeing how well this guy performs with the Zenkai buff, because he's never had access to one before. And then other purple units, I mean, this Merged Zamasu could get a Zenkai buff, full power Bojack, I guess. 21, sure. LF Frieza, nah, kind of useless. Purple Cooler, eh. Purple Broly could be interesting, actually. Purple Broly, I mean, that is also Purple Broly's 3rd. Well, technically it's his 4th Zenkai buff, because he gets his own Zenkai buff, plus the 2 Saiyans I just mentioned. So this will be his 4th Zenkai buff he can get. He's a pretty good. He's a pretty beefy character if you build him defensively. But that's pretty much all we have to go off of for Turles. Let me know down below what you guys think. Kind of a weird choice for the character, I would say, for a Zenkai at this point in time, because we're sort of wrapping up the 3rd anniversary. When I think of anniversary, I definitely don't think of Turles. I think if they were going to be doing the Super Vegeta Zenkai, which everyone's been speculating about, right? Even I've been thinking it's probably time for that to come up at this point. So I'm a little bit blindsided by the Turles announcement, but it is what it is. This guy definitely can be a very fun Zenkai. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to be able to spam some green cards once again. It's been a long time since I did that, but hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down below what you guys think of the Turles Zenkai Awakening, and I will see you all in the next one.